All right, kiddos, I am the king of saying I'm coming back, and then I disappear for a few more weeks. I got super sick. Pretty sure I had COVID, but we're not going into how shitty American healthcare is. So I was just sick, and I still feel a little bit of it, but it's mostly just allergies keeping me fucking snotty and congested from going hot to cold, humid to dry. The climate is a bitch right now. And people have been asking, where am I in my life ever since the little LA vlog? So I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a life update. No idea where this video is gonna go. It's gonna be me talking fast and rambling because the sun is going fucking down and I have a hip hop class in about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna try to record this and go do that. I'm 28 years old now. Next month is my 10-year anniversary of posting content. I started on YouTube 10 years ago. Can you fucking believe it? It feels like it was just so recent, but also so fucking long ago. It's been 5 years since I moved to Nashville, July 7th, 2020. So in 2 weeks, just about, it'll be my 5-year anniversary, which is crazy because I only meant to be here for one. This was never the destination. This was never where I was meant to be. I moved here because I needed to get out of Mississippi to kind of break some habits, to break some really bad vices that I had. And I was supposed to go to LA. A friend of mine was living out there. She was like, we could be roommates. We can figure it out together. I was like, bet. COVID hit, all those plans out the window. Moving to Nashville was safer. It was easier. So I did that. And here I've been for 5 years because I fell so madly, deeply, and insanely in love with someone that leaving wasn't an option. And on and off for 4 years, we tap danced around each other. And it breaks my heart talking about it right now. So many wonderful memories, so many horrible fights, so much happened in that relationship, and it really defined my time here in Nashville. So the last year, about a year ago, we decided to end things permanently, you know, to finally separate, to decide that we would not continue to dance around each other and move on with our lives. And for the last year, I've kind of been settling with that, emotionally figuring that out, mentally figuring that out, trying to figure out what my life looks like without that partner, without the future we'd planned and been building towards together. And a big part of that is leaving Nashville. A big part of that is finally going and letting go because there's just too many memories. Everything is super nostalgic here. And the way my memory works, you know, time doesn't really change things. You know, I could talk to you today, I could talk to you 5 years ago, and I will still talk to you tomorrow like I talked to you yesterday. Time doesn't deteriorate relationships or memories or mementos or any of that shit. The places that I went to, the place that me and my ex had our first date, the place we went for our anniversary, etc., those still hold meaning to me, and it's hard to be here for me. Not to mention the community. It's hard to be a part of when all they know you of as is part of this couple being together. And once we broke up, and when we were going through fights and when we were separated, the community made it really hard to be out in public because it was just meat on the market. I hate the Nashville gay community. I hate it here. I hate it here. I know gay communities are small and cliquey and bitchy everywhere, ever, ba 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 ba. Nashville's is a special kind of gross. I do not like it here. I've been a shut-in about the last year or so because every time I made friends, every time I went out, straight or gay, just drama, just immature, young 20-year-old drama. And I'm sick of it. So I've been kind of a shut-in, mostly just play video games, stream on Twitch. If you don't follow me on Twitch, Gruff Nights, GRUFFNIGHTS. Follow me on Twitch because I live stream there 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm there way more than I'm here, apparently. But I mostly just play video games, hang out with my online community, and stay home. And I don't mind that because I don't drink. Alcohol does bad things to my brain. I don't go out and party. I don't like frivolously spending money on nothing. I'll go bowling. I'll go play Topgolf. I'll go do something. I don't want to just go and stand around and pay money to stand around. Fuck that. Fuck that. I can stay at home and talk to you on my computer, personally. But I do plan to move to Denver because I think that moving out of Nashville will help me accelerate my life in a positive direction. It'll give me a new scenery, new people, new social situations, a whole new life awaits for me in Colorado because my college roommate already lives out there. She's super excited for me to move there. She's got a whole bunch of friends who are excited for me to move there because I've met them when I visited over the last few years. And I'm just kind of excited to start over, to introduce myself to people as the 28-year-old me that I've grown into and not the 23-year-old child who thought he had it figured out. Because I'd been through some shit. I'd been through a lot of shit by the time I turned 23. Now that I'm 28, I've been through so much more. I'm tired. I'm very jaded. I'm very exhausted. I've come to terms with who I am as a person, with what I believe, with what I think, with how I feel. I've grown in ways that I never would have thought. If 23-year-old me saw and talked to me today, 28-year-old me would smack the shit out of 23-year-old me, honestly. And 23-year-old me would hate who I am today, absolutely, without a question of a doubt. I've changed a lot, and in a lot of good ways, but it's been painful, and it's been hard, and it's going to continue to be painful, and it's going to continue to be hard, no matter where I am. But letting go of Nashville is something that I'm excited to do. It's just time. I've spent my 5 years here, and it's time to go on. It's time to move on. Bigger, better things await for me, and as long as I'm holding on to the past, I can't embrace what's coming next. And for me, a big part of that is just relocating, just starting fresh. This will be my first big adult move, I feel like, because moving during COVID, moving up here to Nashville, it still felt like those younger college years, and nothing mattered, you know? My rent back then didn't matter. Rent was like $700, you know? Rent is not $700 anymore. And by the way, for anyone that's like, oh my God, you're talking about rent, but you're going from Nashville to living in Colorado. Nashville is one of the most expensive cities to live in. It is fiscally impossible for like 90% of single individuals to live alone in Nashville, Tennessee. That is an actual statistic I remember reading and getting the news reports of when I was in property management. By the way, I did property management for 2 years, so I do know these things. Nashville was the second or third largest growing city in the country, and our rent rates were growing proportionally. There's too many people here. It's not the big small town that I moved to. It's a bigger small town where everyone is trying to get the last piece of fish off the grill. It's exhausting. Too many people here. Don't move to Nashville. Don't move to Nashville. Don't move to Nashville. Don't do it. Don't move here. Don't move here. There's nothing. There's nothing. I don't care if you're pursuing music. There's nothing for you here. That's coming from someone who's leaving. There's nothing here but shitty roads, cunty cliques, and just all around an oversaturated market. There's nothing here. Don't do it. Okay, now that I've stopped ranting, move anywhere else. I don't care. I'm sure people feel the same way about Denver. I don't give a shit. I've been trying to move there for 5 years. It's happening. Rent there is actually cheaper. Every apartment complex I looked at had cheaper rent than what I pay here. Facts. So all of that being said, my life's in a weird place. I'm in a transitional period in my life. I'm not growing, but I'm not regressing. I don't have big goals and big plans because I don't know what to do with my life anymore. You know, I had it all figured out. I had the partner, I had the Jeep, I had the dog, I had the big apartment. We both had really good careers. We both had a lot of PTO. We could travel, we could do, and it all fell apart, you know? And I watched the life that I built slowly disappear. So back to myself, back to doing my own thing. And again, that all happened a year ago. So it's not like this is fresh. This is all just, I'm talking about like it's fresh because you guys haven't heard any of this shit. So it's been a trying time, but we're moving on, we're moving forward. And like I said, I'm really excited to see what this next chapter brings. I'm really excited to see where I go and who I become. I'm not so hard-headed anymore as far as refusing to change, refusing to grow, refusing to accept new ideas and new things. Time changes you, maturity changes you, and yeah, I'm just stoked for what comes next. So I'll try to update you guys weekly. I really will. I will try to update you guys every Friday. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be great about it, but I this influencer status people have these days, that's not my life. That's not what I want. I want to get on here, I want to talk shit, and I want to leave. I don't want to post something every fucking day on Instagram or repost the same videos and the same reels I posted 2 months ago that were successful because I'm desperate for views. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I think content creator culture is just, it's horrible for the economy. I just think it's just horrible in general. It brings bad mentalities, it brings bad vibes, and it promotes bad behavior. 10 out of 10. So that's my opinion on that. And it's why I won't ever throw as much into this as I probably should, because I just don't want to be that guy. This isn't full-time. It's never been full-time. It's never going to be full-time. Even when I was making enough for it to be full-time, it was never full-time. So I don't know. That's my little rant on that. So that's my life update in general. I'm still doing my life. I'll try to record content when I can. Try to keep it fun and keep it fresh and keep it nostalgic, because I miss the era of YouTube I was a part of, I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm not these TikTok girlies. It's not me. You will catch me posting some of my hip hop content in the shorts though, on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram, just kind of all my socials in general. And that's just more personally because I enjoy dancing. So I'm going to go to my hip hop class. Y'all have a great rest of your day, week, life. I don't know. I'll catch you guys. Maybe I won't. Anyway, bye.